Benji. You remember that time? That time we... Yeah, fishing. Down on Stellar Bay. You read my mind, Benj. Black sun on the water. Waves glinting like teeth. Swallow us whole. That sky. The rock. It's whispering, Benj. Yeah, you hear it too? Wants me to crawl. Crawl down deep. Let the beast consume. Benji. Can't hear you. You breathing? Ben? Ben?
I hear something big scuttling over yonder.
Figured the mines were gonna be trouble. Didn't think they'd be crawling with Mance. Must have gotten out of HIA a while ago, because they've been busy here. Something about the tunnels here gets under your skin and into the worst parts of your head. Makes you feel not yourself. In case I don't make it out of here. Marauders. Must have followed me from OCI. Time to make tracks while the Mants are busy. I'm shedding some extra weight. It's yours if you find it, whoever you are. You need it more than I do now.
This has gotta be one of those research sites we're looking for. It's sort of lonesome, isn't it?
Yes, this'll about do. That's a mighty clean weapon. Yep. Ain't no call for a closer inspection by anybody.
Captain, transmission request from Ambrose Manor.
Captain! Imagine my surprise when I saw the Unreliable leaving Gorgon with so much urgency and purpose. Tell me you found Mother's journal. I'm positively dying for good news. Too bad. But on the bright side, you've outdone my old freelancer. I don't think you made it very far at all. If I know Spacer's Choice, getting past the lockdown will be more complicated than just hitting a big red button. You'll need authorization, and layers of it. I seem to recall that Mother worked closely with Gorgon's R&D personnel, but not close enough to invite them over for dinner and cocktails, if you get my meaning. By now, they'll have moved on with their lives. If only I could do the same. I knew Mother was involved with some important chemical trials, but I had no idea her pet project was Adrenatime. Adrenatime is a working man's stimulant, like a caffeinoid. Very popular at launch, though the marketing quieted down over time. What? No! I mean, there's some very morbid wording in the fine print, but I had no idea Adrenatime could make marauders out of people. That's it. That must be it. Spacer's Choice is keeping their dirty little secret about Adrenatime off the record. We have to find Mother's journal. If we don't, then Spacer's Choice gets away with murder. I only hope we aren't too late. Adrenatime was touted as the working man's best friend. A drug that boosted productivity with no adverse effects. The promise of Adrenatime cannot be overstated. Exhaustion and fatigue were supposed to be obsolete. Workplace accidents would be things of the past. For whatever reason, the drug never lived up to that promise. I don't know. And thanks to Spacer's Choice, we may never find out. I know that I'd like to see a colony where the promise of Adrenatime was fulfilled. And I doubt I'm the only one. Thank you. I certainly ought to know what I'm doing. I spent years trying to break into pharmaceuticals, professionally speaking. Mother wouldn't hear of it. She didn't think I had the wit to succeed in her line of work. Safe travels. If your leads give you any trouble, be sure and give them some trouble back, yes? That's the spirit. Until next time, my good captain.
Here they come!
I hear it.
Something's not
Practice again! How about that?
Thought I saw something.
Make him I see it there! No hard feelings, okay?
bit? Think I can hit that mechanical down there?
You'll get in trouble.
No, I won't.
Auntie Cleo's pipe patch. All of the benefits of smoking a real pipe. None of the messy cleanup.
What?
No!
Now just have at you. Take him down! No, please.
What was that?
Please do not waste time.
What was that?
Open fire! Anything but soil?
Something's wrong.
There, Mr. Wow, down they go!
Hey, I know your face. You're wanted by the board. Wow. You're a living, breathing outlaw. That is, until security outside gets their eyes on you, but let's not spoil the moment. If you're here for the annual Canid review, I'm afraid it's already over. Only thing going on behind those doors is good, old-fashioned lawful behavior. This greeting constitutes your confidentiality agreement. You hereby agree not to disclose. Exactly. Now then, Mr. Mosley is indeed attending our event, although I am disappointed to discover he did not. You should find Mr. Mosley just inside the prep room. We find that our clients enjoy the appearance of participating in illegal activities. Secrecy contributes to a feeling of indecency.
This kind of thing's pretty common. Bijou's used to do a prison-themed night. Served fish sticks with tartarus sauce.
Oh yeah. Prison-themed night was the best. The Musgrave family collection was intended to be a gallery of fine art. That's privileged That's a fair point. All right, I'll tell you. But just keep this between us. The Musgraves own one of Earth's largest private collections of art and literature. Unfortunately, that collection never arrived. We haven't heard anything from the delivery. I was going to say indefinitely delayed by unforeseen and unknowable. Anyway, that.
Nice.
Between the two of us, I hope this doesn't become a tradition. Not looking forward to the next annual Canid review?
Not looking forward to the Canaan.
How long did you say Musgrave was gone?
I didn't. Frankly, I don't know. Assume is a euphemism.
Oh, just hear me out. It's a brilliant idea.
Is this about Canid? We've been over this.
Not now, please. I'm a little too busy, you know, being the master of ceremonies.
It's not Canid hunting I object to, it's the impropriety.
Since when do you care?
Are you one of the guards on patrol? I don't suppose you've any formal training in Canid husbandry. I really am at my wit's end. It's my little Anubis, you see. He's listless and miserable. I simply don't know what to do about his condition. You must understand, Anubis is a very picky eater. He dines exclusively on Terra 2 Saltuna, none of that rubbish from Monarch. Unfortunately, we've had a bit of a shortage lately. He's so miserable without his Saltuna. Oh, naturally. All Arcanids are named after the legends of the old pharaohs. Family tradition, you see. Yes, I suppose you're right. I doubt all this excitement is doing any favors to his digestive system. I suppose I have been spoiling him with Saltuna. He could use a change of... Really? I had no idea. You've been a world of help.
I sure hope these folks don't mind us borrowing this. Oh, you don't have to be scared of these canids, Captain. I don't think they're gonna hurt you.
What do you think you're doing? Have it your way, I suppose. Hey, Maverick Johnston's newest star. I've got a question for you. Do you know the interesting thing about Canid shows? Good instincts. Mathematically speaking, the interesting thing about Canid shows is this. They're an exercise in futility. Winning is predetermined. Over time, the inevitable trend is that the race goes to the swift. Time and chance are just statistical outliers. In other words, if you put enough Canids through enough trials, the one with the most optimal attributes generally wins. Exercise in futility. Oh, I've been told I should try to socialize more. Sharing an interesting fact is a proven method of endearing oneself to a stranger. I'm an actuary, you see. Well, not entirely. The actuarial sciences are more of a passion than a profession. So I suppose that makes me mostly an actuary. That's a bit of a family joke. I'm Clarence Mostly. Yes, that's us. Mostly oak trees, too. My grandfather invented them, you know. Well, no, he didn't invent mostly oaks, but he did purchase the naming rights back during the terraforming days. It's essentially the same thing. Oh. Then you're not here about my monograph. It's true, I was involved with Project Gorgon, but that chapter of my life is long since closed. Listen, I don't know what you want with Gorgon or with me, but let me give you some free advice, Let the past go. Live in the moment. Enjoy the party. Let me hazard a guess. You didn't listen then, and you're not about to listen now. Then I don't see the point in wasting a well-calculated argument on the virtues of self-preservation. Lifting the lockdown won't be easy. You'll need to send overrides from the chem lab and human inquiry. I don't have that level of clearance, but I know 2 people who do. The trouble is, I don't know you. I don't trust you. I washed my hands of Gorgon, and you're asking me to dirty them all over again. I'm going to need a good reason. Yes, the birthplace of the Marauders. And a graveyard for all our mistakes. Starting Project Gorgon was our first mistake. Trying to bury Project Gorgon while it's still very much alive and clawing its way back to the surface, that may be our last mistake. I want a favor from you. Do something for me, and I'll do something for you. That way, we don't have to rely on mutual trust. The Grand Prize trophy to the Canid Review. I want it in my hands. Get me that trophy, and I'll give you the remaining researchers. Names, locations, as much information as I have. My Canid, Laplace, is statistically superior to every other Canid in this review. Better average sprinting time, superior gait coefficient, optimal anatomical symmetry. I didn't bother entering little Laplace in this pointless contest. He's already won on paper, you see. That trophy rightfully belongs to him. Oh, you're much too kind. Does this mean you'll do it? My trophy! Look at this thing! Have you ever seen a more garish monument to the boredom of the elite? If only Grandfather Mostly were alive today, I would have loved to wave this trophy right in front of his cataracts. I hope you won't take it personally when I say I had my doubts about you. Nothing. Lifting the emergency lockdown requires overrides from the chem lab, Marion Blakesley, Jasper Lowe. They went into hiding after the project collapsed, but I've managed to calculate their last known whereabouts within a reasonable margin of error. We keep all sorts of data on a permanent record. Spending habits, dietary restrictions, movement. Finding a person is no more complicated than solving an equation. After the project shut down, I had to keep my mind occupied. I worked on my actuarial tables. I realized some of the researchers had to be alive. Nonsense. I just needed... Let me stop you there. I don't accept anything for free. Think what you will of my intentions, my calculations. As far as I know, Jasper Lowe, if you want to lift the lockdown on the manufactory, you'll... I know it feels like you're being led on. What is that? Remember, this is Spacer's Choice we're talking about. I'll tell you what I... Dr. Marion Blakesley supervised the human inquiry and someone sabotaged the facility. Blakesley tendered her resignation. Well, with Space, Dr. Blakesley tendered her resignation lawfully, but Dr. Lowe described himself as a dazzling genius in his review. After the project shut down, corporate traded him off to Auntie Cleo in exchange for 5 lab coats. Our office gave Dr. Lowe and his team every opportunity. Dr. Lowe failed to meet our requests and largely succeeded in using our supply of drugs to get himself. Certainly. Let's try to keep it down. There's not a lot about Project Gorgon I can tell you. I know that... Look, don't tell anyone I said this. But if there's anything I've learned by... All right. Ask your question. Minnie Ambrose. Oh, Olivia's brat. Ambitious, but she tried following her mother's example, failed. The name Ambrose doesn't mean anything to me anymore, or to anyone halfway. A family's name is only as strong as its enterprise. The Musgraves have Rizzos, and the Ambrose name was associated with Project Gorgon. Project Gorgon was designed to change the life of every worker on Halcyon. We weren't just... How many workers call Halcyon their home? What do they eat and when? How long do they sleep? How hard do they work? That's the nature of my work. I study human life in order to determine its... Of course you can. You can break the entire universe down into numbers and statistics. Human beings are as much... It's complicated. I'll be honest, I was courting the daughter of a Spacer's Choice family. We were a mathematically congruent match, you see. Everything. Every project has a margin of failure. We expect setbacks, complications. The labs failed to develop a safe drug. An unsafe drug tested on unhealthy... No one appreciates the value of good data. The holistic surveillance... My former colleagues can go into hiding and live in ignorance for all... Anarchy is not a crime. It is a symptom. Sabotage came first. The chem lab, human inquiry, even my own... I know. Project Go... I should have pushed for stricter supervision. We gave the other department...
The ship used to be much quieter. Sam, I must the groundbreaker of Sirius Day.
Let's try being friendly. Maybe they'll try it back.
Hey, you!
Over here. Let's chat. Whoa, 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 it's Riz. Oh, fucking damn it. Every time. So, hey, you trespass. And I'm armed. Maybe take a second look at your life choices, pal. Nothing. Never mind. What, you gonna report me? I don't work for them no more. I'm with the Gardeners now. All of us kept the peace for the corpse once, but we got tired of being used. Yeah, we're the Gardeners. We keep order back here on these dangerous streets. Hallways. You know what I mean. Anyway, Blakesley's given us standing orders to strongly discourage anyone who tries to come in. I like to, extrapolate from there. We ain't subversives. We're gainfully employed. This is a private contract. Miss Junlei can't get too mad if we rough up some trespassers. Especially if I was nice enough to warn him first. Huh?
Hi, I'm the girlfriend.
Oh, shit. Fine, fine. You want to check out the lab? Go for it. We won't stop you. But Blakesley's got her own setup in there, and she doesn't like guests. So, if you get shot, I'm telling Junlei I never saw you. This one's clear, guys.
Nice one, Captain.
Some days, it's like I don't know what to do with myself.
This must be a step up from horseback, huh?
Doesn't look like either of us. Big shot.
You have to be kidding me. I thought I made myself click. Wait, what's with this camera? Hello? Damn it. Look, I get it. Some people need things spelled out for them. I'm sure one of the auto mechanicals can explain.
Observation log. Well, never mind. Hybridization efforts have proven successful, and the nursery's yield is improving steadily. Meanwhile, the psychological benefits of gardening are difficult to assess without a control group. Subjective reflection suggests minor gains in memory retention and contentment.
Looks like you got yourself a little snack.
Observation log, date, who knows. Subject number, well, let's call him Percy. Percy here has discovered the secret to success. He has lifted the veil and found the pattern. He wakes up, he listens for that bell 3 times a day. Food rains from the sky. He eats, he waits. Life is easy. But the second your molt comes in, pal,
Whatever that is, it's loud.
Can't keep us out.
So who the fuck? Oh, wait, hang on, I can't hear a damn thing. Just gonna shut this thing off. Right. Marion Blakesley, what can I do for you, Mr. Home Invasion? Oh, sure. A real gathering of bright minds. Gorgon? I holed up in a forgotten cargo bay of a rotting colony ship just so I could never hear that name again. But here you are. I really didn't expect today to go this way. Shit. I should have brought another pack of smokes. The Gorgon project gave us Adrena time in the end, but that's just the Bose Spacer's choice stuck on the whole mess. Corporate demanded a product they could throw onto shelves. That put the squeeze on low at Chem to develop formulas, samples. But how do you know if the product works? You run tests, see what happens. That's where human inquiry and auditing came in. I ran HIA, and HIA ran the tests again and again and again. And what happens is a whole lot of wasted time and even more bodies. You've heard the adverts, right? Work day and night, still feel refreshed the next morning. Now, what we tested for was dexterity, efficiency, compliance, the traits of a good employee. Numbers never came out right. I could have pumped gallons of those chemicals into every living soul in this colony. Wouldn't have changed that. What we got was marauders. Yeah, good luck making that one stick. It's in the fine print, you know. Whatever was in those chemicals, it didn't matter what tests we ran. We kept getting the same results. The Proto-Adrena time solution was both monstrously addictive and had catastrophic effects on the psyche and intellect. A real boon to the colony. We had a few weird accidents, escapes, minor setbacks. But one day, all the test subjects got loose. Sabotage, they said. Wasn't just us. All of the facilities got hit hard. Shut us down for a while. That turned out to be the last straw. Nah, didn't much care by then. Don't care much now. Spacer's choice wasn't getting much use out of us anymore, so they shuttered the project, kicked Adrena time out the door. And I came here. I could have gone back to Byzantium, found a position somewhere else. Even started up something new, like Mostly. But I couldn't stop thinking about. Indulge a scientist. What do you want out of this investigation of yours? Trying to liven up your memoir? Really? What good can that possibly do? How about you, Byzantium? What do you get out of headbutting murderous automechanicals for your captain here?
Money, obviously. Plus, it's fun.
Fair enough. That's all I've got. Here, I still have this pass. Don't much feel like hanging on to it anymore. Made my exit the moment the project started falling apart. Had to steal some credentials. This should get you into the volunteer induction entrance. Please, I just messaged people with fake demands for their passwords. That's when they didn't just leave codes written down on pieces of paper. If I couldn't talk my way out past a simple facility lockdown, I'd be working for Rizzo's. That'll get you inside. What you do from there, that's up to you. Come on, I've left it behind me. Yeah, I'll make sure the automechanicals don't bother you on the way out. Sure, take it. Just drowning in dining options down here.
Or what? Wait, you'll see how a Spacer's Choice cadet takes care of, I think it's jammed. Wow.
You want to set you up some expensive for you. That's a good boy.
In orbit above Gorgon. Captain, an unknown vessel is approaching our ship. Their intentions are currently indeterminate. Once I deduce their intentions, I will play one of two audio signals. A cheerful fanfare if they are friendly, alarms if they are hostile. Their intentions are no longer unknown. I am incapable of deducing their point of departure. However, I detect a tracking device on board their ship. They must have been pursuing us across the system. The unknown vessel has deployed a boarding mechanism. They will attach themselves to our airlock and attempt boarding shortly. That sound indicates that a boarding mechanism has successfully attached to our airlock.
Captain, I am pleased to inform you that we are currently in the process of being boarded. I have been programmed to simulate joy and excitement at the opportunity to test my limited defensive capabilities. Captain Hawthorne installed a lethal shock trap on our airlock in the event of an invasion. I am prepared to deploy this trap at a moment's notice. I was bluffing, Captain. When we met in Emerald Vale, my systems were not fully operational. Even if they were, I might have made an exception for you. The invading ship appears to be a decommissioned storage vessel. The crew are either pirates or freelancers. My opinion of their competence is low. Their ship is using a tracking device too sophisticated for their primitive astrogator. I conclude they are receiving outside assistance. If you prefer to make an escape, I can disable their boarding mechanism. However, as long as that tracking device remains on board their ship, they will be able to find us again. Yes, Captain. I am capable of deploying the Unreliable's articulated thrusters to dislodge their ship from our own. This is a temporary solution, however. A permanent solution may require your personal intervention. I understand, Captain. Please take hold of something stable as I deploy my fly swatting maneuver. Maneuver deployed. Enemy vessel successfully dislodged. Please be mindful of any spaceborne corpses drifting toward our hull. I am now capable of resuming navigation, Captain.
We were hoping to find Lo alive, right?
together, Kelly. Keep it together, Kelly. Just breathe, Kelly. Everything's gonna be all right. Ah! Stop making that noise. They'll hear you. Who's out there? Really? I would be indebted to you for life. But how do I know I can believe you? I'll have to come out to assess it myself. Hold on. I'm opening the door.
Let me just catch my breath. I swear, my heart's trying to punch its way out of my chest. Law, I'm so lucky you came along. I know it sounds crazy, but a little while back, then the security mechanicals broke out into a massacre. How can I help you? I'm Kelly Marine, the receptionist. And before you ask, I wasn't meant. Not ever. Not since all a station. Projects on a yearly rotation cycle. Once a year, Anti-Cleo reviews are... At first, I thought it was an honor, getting assigned to a lab up in the ether high up. I ask myself that question a lot. Cabin fever sets in at about 90 days. Anti-Cleo's official term is... If I had to guess, you'd probably find his body either in his office or the labs. No bones about it, he was the smartest of us all. Like what? Pink slip protocol. How should I know? I just monitor the front desk. If you work at OOPS, you're doing research and development. Somebody messed up. When one of us makes a mistake, the whole facility pays. Oh, this lab was built for the sole purpose of brewing an advanced version. Science stuff isn't really my area, though. Just a feeling I got. Every day, started imagining what it'd be like to break that circle. But after what I've seen... Do I ever? Drop me off on the groundbreaker and I'll be out of your... Oh, thank you so much. Here, this is my official laboratory headgear. I won't be needing it anymore.